What if I told you that broken teapots sitting in your local thrift store could become the most stunning garden centerpiece your neighbors have ever seen? Today, I'm revealing 15 mind-blowing transformations that will turn your $50 thrift store haul into a $500-looking garden paradise. Hey garden enthusiasts, welcome back to Garden Homes, where we breathe new life into forgotten treasures and create outdoor spaces that make hearts sing. If you're tired of spending hundreds on garden decor that looks like everyone else's, then stick with us, because we're about to unlock the secret world of thrift store garden magic. Today's transformation journey will blow your mind. We're taking everyday discarded items and turning them into jaw-dropping garden features that'll have your guests asking, where did you get that incredible piece? And the best part, each of these projects costs less than your morning coffee. Before we dive into these game-changing ideas, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because you won't want to miss our weekly garden transformation adventures. Each idea comes with step-by-step guidance, pro tips, and creative variations, so you can make it uniquely yours. Ready to turn trash into garden treasure? Let's dive in. Project 1. Vintage colander hanging planters. Picture this. Those old metal colanders gathering dust in thrift store kitchen sections are actually perfect drainage systems waiting to become cascading garden beauties. The holes that once drained pasta now become the secret to healthy root systems. Here's the genius part. These vintage colanders transform into stunning hanging planters that create incredible vertical garden displays. The natural patina and unique shapes add character that expensive planters simply can't match. Practical steps. Trailing petunias hang at varying heights for visual interest. I discovered this trick when my grandmother's old colander was too beautiful to throw away but too worn for cooking. Now it's the centerpiece of my herb garden, and every time I see it, I'm reminded that the most meaningful garden features often come from the most unexpected places. Pro tip: mix different metals, copper, aluminum, and stainless steel, for a curated vintage look that appears intentionally collected over time. Project 2. Teacup bird feeders in fairy gardens. 220 words. Scene setting. Those mismatched teacups and saucers, sitting lonely on thrift store shelves, are about to become the most charming bird cafes and fairy havens your garden has ever seen. Each chipped cup tells a story, and now it's ready to start a new chapter in your outdoor space. Watch as these delicate porcelain pieces transform into whimsical bird feeding stations that attract beautiful songbirds while adding cottage garden charm that money can't buy. Practical steps. Select cups with interesting patterns or colors. 1 to 3 each. Drill drainage holes in saucers for plant versions. Create seed mix stations for birds. Build miniature fairy gardens in larger cups. Weather seal with marine varnish for longevity. My favorite teacup feeder belongs to someone's grandmother. It has tiny roses painted on the rim. Every morning, I watch cardinals and finches enjoy their breakfast from this precious vessel, and I imagine the conversations it once witnessed around family table. Pro tip: create themed collections, all blue and white for a classic look, or mix florals for cottage garden vibes. Group them at different heights using vintage cake stands for maximum impact. Creative variation. Turn cracked teacups into succulent planters. The cracks become natural drainage and add to the vintage aesthetic. Project 3. Old ladder plant display systems. That weathered wooden ladder leaning against the thrift store wall isn't just a climbing tool, it's a vertical garden waiting to happen. The natural aging and patina create instant rustic charm that new garden structures take years to develop. This incredible ladder becomes a stunning tiered plant display that maximizes your garden space while creating gorgeous vertical interest that draws the eye upward. Practical steps. Between rungs for shelving, secure with galvanized brackets. Create height variation with different sized pots. The ladder in my garden came from an old farmhouse estate sale. Sometimes I wonder about all the repairs it helped complete, and now it's helping me build something beautiful in a completely different way. Pro tip: mix container sizes and textures. Galvanized buckets, terracotta pots, and wooden boxes create visual rhythm while keeping costs low. Creative variation. Lean ladders against fences or walls for space-saving vertical gardens, or create freestanding displays with A-frame positioning. Project 4. Vintage drawer herb gardens. Scene setting. Those old wooden drawers with character marks and vintage hardware are about to become the most functional and beautiful herb gardens you've ever seen. Each drawer carries history in its grain and imperfection. These forgotten furniture pieces transform into gorgeous raised herb gardens that bring organization and vintage charm to your growing space. Practical steps. Drainage layer. Plant with culinary herbs or small vegetables. My kitchen drawer herb garden sits right outside my back door. Fresh basil for pasta, oregano for pizza, and thyme for roasted vegetables. It's like having a vintage spice rack that grows. Pro tip: group drawers of different sizes and heights to create a vintage dresser look without the full furniture piece. Label each drawer with vintage-style plant markers. Creative variation: use shallow drawers for succulent displays or deep ones for small vegetable garden. The compartments naturally organize different plant varieties. Each pane tells a story of seasons watched and weather weathered. These beautiful frames transform into incredible living wall art that combines vintage architecture with lush greenery for a show-stopping garden focal point. Practical steps: create wire mesh backing for plant support, install small pots or create pocket planters, mount securely to fences or walls, select plants that complement the frame's style. My favorite window frame garden came from a 1920s cottage renovation. Every time I look at it, I imagine the conversations that happened by that window and the seasons it witnessed. Now it's witnessing new growth in my garden. Pro tip: leave some glass panes intact and plant behind them for a greenhouse effect, while removing others for direct planting access. Creative variation: create seasonal displays by changing out plants, spring bulbs, summer herbs, fall mums and winter evergreens. Keep the display fresh year-round. Professional tip: use mirror tiles in some panes to reflect light and create the illusion of deeper garden space while maintaining the vintage aesthetic. Project 6. Vintage Suitcase Portable Gardens. Scene setting: those weathered suitcases with travel stickers and vintage locks are about to embark on their most beautiful journey yet, becoming mobile garden sanctuaries that bring greenery wherever you need it. Watch these travel-worn cases transform into stunning portable planters that combine wanderlust with garden magic. Practical steps: wheels for easy mobility. Choose plants suitable for container growing. My suitcase garden started as a joke, finally a garden that can come with me when I move. But it's become my favorite conversation starter and the perfect solution for renters who want beautiful outdoor spaces. Pro tip: choose suitcases in complementary colors or patterns to create a coordinated collection that looks intentionally curated. Creative variation: use large suitcases for seasonal displays and smaller ones for herb gardens or succulent collection. Project 7. Mason jar solar light lanterns. Those dusty mason jars clustered together in thrift store corners are about to become the most enchanting evening garden lighting you've ever seen. Each jar holds the potential for magical twilight ambiance. These humble jars transform into stunning solar-powered lanterns that create fairy tale lighting without a single electrical bill. Practical steps: or pebbles. Create hanging displays with wire or rope, positioned for maximum solar charging during day. My first mason jar lights were a desperate attempt to add ambiance to a dinner party. Now I have dozens throughout my garden, each one creating pools of warm light that make evening garden walks feel magical. Pro tip: mix clear and colored glass jars for varied lighting effects. Blue jars create cool, moon-like light while amber jars provide warm, cozy glow. Creative variation: fill jars with fairy lights for year-round sparkle, or use solar stake lights inserted through the lid for easy installation. Project 8. Vintage chair planter seats. Those worn wooden chairs with character scratches and wobbly legs aren't ready for the trash. They're ready to become the most charming garden seating planters that perfectly blend function with whimsy. These beloved furniture pieces transform into incredible garden sculptures that serve as both seating and planters, creating conversation pieces that make guests smile. Practical steps: create planter insert for seat area, add drainage and proper soil layers, select plants that complement chair style. My chair planter came from my neighbor's garage sale. It was her grandmother's kitchen chair. Now it sits in my garden filled with herbs, and every time I see it, I think about all the family meals it witnessed. Pro tip: use chairs with cane or rush seats. Remove the seating material and drop in a perfectly sized planter for easy seasonal changes. Creative variation: create themed gardens, kitchen chairs with herbs, elegant chairs with formal flowers, or children's chairs with fun, colorful plants. Project 9. Old boot and shoe planters. Those worn boots and quirky shoes scattered through thrift stores are about to step into their most important role yet, becoming the most whimsical and delightful planters that bring personality and humor to your garden. These well-traveled footwear pieces transform into charming planters that add instant character and tell stories of adventures past. Practical steps: S. Select boots with interesting character 3 ever 180. Drill drainage holes in soles. Add gravel layer for drainage. Choose plants that complement the boot's personality. Weather treat leather boots for longevity. My cowboy boot planters came from an estate sale. They were clearly loved and well worn. Now they're home to trailing succulents, and I love imagining the adventures they had before becoming garden art. Pro tip: mix boot styles, rain boots, hiking boots, and dress shoes. Create eclectic displays that show your personality. Creative variation: use tall boots for dramatic height variations, or create walking displays with multiple shoes leading through garden paths. Project 10. Vintage birdcage planters. Those ornate bird cages with intricate metalwork and vintage patina are about to house the most beautiful residence they've ever had. Cascading plants that transform these cages into living sculpture. Watch these elegant cages become stunning hanging gardens that combine Victorian charm with natural beauty for absolutely breathtaking garden focal points. Practical steps. Levels: select trailing and climbing plants. Hang at various heights for visual interest. My first birdcage planter was a spontaneous purchase. I couldn't resist the intricate detail. Now it's filled with trailing petunias and hangs from my favorite garden tree, creating a living chandelier that stops visitors in their tracks. Pro tip: use different sized cages grouped together to create a Victorian aviary garden effect without the maintenance of actual birds. Creative variation: place cages on pedestals for ground level displays, or create seasonal arrangements with different plant combinations throughout the year. Project 11. Repurposed wheelbarrow herb gardens. That rusty wheelbarrow with peeling paint and a wobbly wheel isn't ready for retirement. It's ready to become the most functional and mobile herb garden that brings fresh flavors wherever you need them. This hard-working garden tool transforms into an incredible mobile herb garden that combines rustic charm with practical growing space. Practical steps. Different herbs. Add gravel drainage layer. Position for optimal sun exposure. My wheelbarrow garden sits right outside my kitchen door. Fresh herbs for cooking are just steps away. Sometimes I wheel it to different spots in the yard to follow the sun or bring it closer to the patio for easy access during dinner prep. Pro tip: plant tall herbs like rosemary in the back and trailing herbs like thyme along the edges for a natural overflowing look. Creative variation: use large wheelbarrows for vegetable gardens, or smaller ones for succulent displays. The mobility means you can always find the perfect growing condition. Project 12. Vintage cake stand fairy gardens. Those elegant tiered cake stands gathering dust in thrift stores are about to serve up the most delightful fairy gardens that bring magic and wonder to your outdoor space. These beautiful serving pieces transform into enchanting miniature worlds that create focal points of whimsy and imagination. Practical steps and decorative elements. Include fairy accessories and small decorations. Position for easy viewing and maintenance. My fairy garden cake stand was a Mother's Day gift from my daughter. She said it looked like something from a fairy tale. Now it sits on my patio table and we add new tiny treasures to it together. Pro tip: use different themes for each tier. Beach scenes with shells, forest themes with moss, or seasonal displays that change throughout the year. Creative variation: create edible fairy gardens with herbs and microgreens, or seasonal displays with miniature pumpkins and gourd. Project 13. Old toolbox succulent gardens. Those weathered toolboxes with compartments and character scratches are about to organize the most beautiful succulent displays that bring industrial charm and natural beauty together in perfect harmony. These hard-working storage solutions transform into stunning organized succulent gardens that showcase your collection while adding rustic industrial style. Practical steps. Succulent soil mix. Select varieties that complement each other. Position for optimal light conditions. My toolbox garden started as a way to organize my growing succulent collection. Now it's become a portable display that I can move around to catch the best light, and the compartments keep everything perfectly organized. Pro tip: use the different compartments to create color stories. All green succulents in one section, colorful varieties in another, or arrange by growth habit. Creative variation: large toolboxes work great for outdoor workshops, while smaller ones are perfect for patio or balcony displays. Project 14. Vintage pitcher water features. Those beautiful ceramic pitchers with cracks and character marks are about to become the most soothing water features that bring the peaceful sounds of flowing water to your garden sanctuary. These elegant vessels transform into stunning fountain features that create tranquil sounds and visual interest without expensive water feature installation. Practical steps. Water collection basin. Add decorative elements like river rocks. Position for both visual and auditory impact. My pitcher fountain was inspired by a restaurant garden I visited. The gentle trickling sound creates such a peaceful atmosphere that I find myself spending more time in that corner of my garden, just listening to the water and watching the plants grow. Pro tip: group multiple pictures at different heights to create a cascading water effect that looks professionally designed but costs a fraction of commercial water feature. Creative variation: use pictures with spouts for natural water flow, or create spillover effects with wide-mouth vessels. Add aquatic plants for living water features. Professional tip: solar-powered pumps make these features completely self-sufficient and environmentally friendly. Project 15, repurposed bicycle wheel trellises. Those old bicycle wheels with spokes and character rust are about to roll into their most beautiful chapter yet, becoming stunning circular trellises that support climbing plants while adding kinetic visual interest. These well-traveled wheels transform into incredible architectural plant supports that create vertical growing space, while adding unique circular design elements. Practical steps: climbing plant support. Plant with vines or climbing flowers. Secure properly for plant weight. My bicycle wheel trellis came from an old bike that carried me through college. Now it supports my climbing roses, and every time I see those blooms framing the wheel, I'm reminded that beautiful things can have multiple lives and purposes. Pro tip: use wheels of different sizes grouped together to create a dynamic wall display that changes throughout the growing season as plants fill the spaces. Creative variation: mount horizontally as unique hanging planters, or create garden art installations with multiple wheels at various angles. Which of these projects has you most excited to hit the thrift stores this weekend? Drop a comment below and let me know which idea you're going to try first. I love seeing your creative adaptations and unique finds. If you're loving these budget-friendly garden ideas, make sure you're subscribed. Remember, every expert gardener started with a single seed of curiosity and a willingness to experiment. Your thrift store garden journey is just beginning, and I can't wait to see where it takes you. From colanders to hanging gardens, bicycle wheels to rose trellises, you now have 15 incredible ways to transform thrift store finds into stunning garden features. Beautiful gardens aren't about big budgets. They're about big creativity and seeing potential everywhere. Your garden is your canvas, and these thrift store treasures are your paint palette. I hope you're feeling inspired and empowered to see potential in the most unexpected places. Remember, the best gardens are the ones that reflect their creator's personality and resourcefulness. Keep exploring, keep creating, and keep growing both your plants and your confidence as a garden designer. The thrift store aisles are calling your name, and I have a feeling you're going to find treasures that even I haven't thought of yet. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of creative gardeners who believe that beautiful outdoor spaces are possible on any budget. Ring the notification bell so you never miss our weekly garden adventures, and give this video a thumbs up if it's got you excited about your next thrift store treasure hunt. Until next time, keep growing, keep creating, and keep making your garden dreams come true.